can get back to what they're supposed to.
Any advice that you want to give people as we go through the day?
Stay home.
Short and simple. Thank you so much, Master Sergeant Gary Knight with the Oklahoma City Police Department.
Thank you, Gary.
Let's get an update on the weather conditions outside from our team of meteorologists that are in.
All right, they're headed up by Chief Meteorologist Rick Mitchell. Rick?
I'm here with Sarah. Even though we're not dealing with snow, we're still dealing with a dangerous situation out there this morning.
It is nasty out there. Just the cold in general, Rick, is enough for most people to want to stay indoors.
Average high this time of year, 50.
Yeah.
We're not even going to be close to that today. There's also a wind chill advisory that is in effect out there. Why? Well, there you see, 15 degrees below zero wind chill, our current temperature of 3. This makes it the coldest morning of the season so far, and tomorrow morning will be even colder than this. Tomorrow morning, we're going to set some records. Northwest wind at around 14, gusting up over 20 at times, and that's why we do have these dangerously low wind chills. Let me show you that advisory that covers the whole state. The big blue area, wind chill advisory, where you see this gray area, that's a wind chill warning. That's when you're getting into the wind chill values, 20, 25 below. Around the metro, it's going to be more in the range of 10 to 20 below. It's hard to tell the difference, but bottom line is it's all cold and it's all dangerous. I mean, it's not business as usual around here for a typical Wednesday morning. It's much colder than that. 4 degrees right now, Oklahoma City, 1 below Woodward, 3 below in Guyman, and there you see the wind chill values that go as low as 22 degrees below zero in Guyman. Needless to say, the traffic is going to be a problem as well. Jiajiao Shen is on the northeast side of town, northeast 15th and Kelly, I believe. And Jiajiao, are you cruising through the neighborhood areas, or what are you seeing?
Yeah, we've been mostly just driving on these side roads, the snow routes, and then we thought we'd venture off the snow routes and take a look at some of the side streets. And what you're looking at here is this is Kelly Avenue, and the street light behind that is Northeast 13th, and you can see this Toyota here got stuck in the snow, and it's kind of hard because it doesn't look like it's that much, but, it's icy as well under the snow. So then you might get trapped in some snow, and then as you try to spin your tires, you're hitting ice, so you're not able to move. And then you can see what's happened here as a result is there are multiple cars now stuck behind this Toyota. Of course, this is what we love to see, though. In times like this, I think, kind of warms your heart on a freezing.
We have no problems associated with those motorists who are still stranded. We had the same situation on the Muskogee Turnpike where we had anywhere in the neighborhood of 75 to 80 cars stuck in a 5-mile section.
Oh my.
We ended up rescuing about 20 people out of there and getting them all to shelter. So it was successful for the National Guard. We couldn't have done it without them, and we just are thankful that they were able to go in and get all those people out.
And Jack, tell us very quickly about the H.E. Bailey and some of the other turnpikes around that are open, but give us a condition on those.
Yeah, they are open, and what people need to understand, though, is I saw Kevin's picture earlier. Getting to a turnpike is going to be difficult because you can't get out of your neighborhood. Even though we are saying turnpikes are open, they're still going to encounter spots along those roadways that may have a lot of snow on them, may have snow drifts on them, may have banks of snow on them, and they may hit them and get stuck. So, the entire Kilpatrick's open, the entire H.E. Bailey's open, but again, they may run into areas where they may get stuck if they get on the side of the road or a ramp.
Good advice. Stay off if you can.
Jack Dammer, we appreciate you spending some time with us this morning. Thank you.
We're going to take a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
25.
If everything's bigger in
7:53 starting out this morning. We've got a lot of wind still this morning. The winds cranked up yesterday, and they're still around today. Bitterly cold air. Check out the temperature in the lower right-hand part of the screen. It is currently 3. Wind chills down around minus 16 this morning. So bitter cold air is the story after fresh snow cover covers most of Oklahoma. Let's take you back to yesterday and talk about the snow that fell, and it fell in a significant way along I-44, up I-44. Look at all those totals above 10 inches, a few spots above 20 inches. Tulsa picked up officially 14, 21 north and 20 northeast of the Tulsa area. So you can see why all these pictures, dramatic pictures coming out of the Tulsa area up toward Miami are showing up. That's the reason why. We even had 12 inches here in the metro. A lot of significant problems around the metro as well. Even outside of that, we had a lot of wind. That created drifts even over toward Medford, out toward, say, Sealing. And Clinton having that snow and having some drifting snow too, causing a few problems there. A really significant storm yesterday. This is a historic blizzard once again. We've only had 3 of these since 1894, and 2 of those have occurred since last Christmas Eve, and the one we had yesterday. That is significant. So you think with all that snow, 12 inches of snow, that should do a number on our drought. The negative side of that, we only equaled about 0.14. If you were to make that water, that's all we received. That is not significant at all. That is not sufficient to break the drought. So bad news for this last blizzard that has just rolled through. A very dry blizzard as it moved through, and a very cold one at that. Wind chill advisory covers most of Oklahoma. Wind chills down in the single digits and teens below 0, 20s below 0 out toward Woodward, Clinton, Beaver. Check out Guyman, minus 25. These bitter winds, these bitter wind chills are creating dangerous conditions. Bundle up, dress in layers, and we probably want to wait, especially out in the western and northwest part of the state, before you get out in it to take the snow off the driveway or your sidewalk, or go out and play in it too. You want to warm up a little bit. All right, cold air across the central parts of the country. This is Arctic air that's going to keep shifting south and east, and it will dominate the majority of the country. Hard to find a warm spot. The warmest spot is down around Miami, Florida, where it's currently 70. But elsewhere, it's all cold air across the country. There's your temperatures. Again, the storm system, the snow system, now moving out of Oklahoma, up over the Great Lakes, and that'll keep moving out, but blizzard conditions do continue there. All right, 4 degrees, the official temperature.
In mind, were you given a heads up with regard to, hey, we may need you this time around, and how far notice did you get?
Well, we started planning in great detail last Friday for the storm, and called up soldiers as well as pre-positioned equipment, so that we wouldn't have to go great distances to help our fellow Oklahomans. So we're very happy from the standpoint that we had a good plan and we've been able to help.
And what is there any specific area right now that you're currently working that is of great need?
Well, our greatest focus right now is along the Will Rogers Turnpike, in particular around mile marker 302 and 303. The area between Tulsa east to the state line seems to be the heaviest impacted. But we've got an additional 125 soldiers or so that are on standby, and if requested by the Highway Patrol or OEM, we're ready to go again today.
Okay, thank you so much, Lieutenant Colonel Max.
Getting there. It just makes you appreciate how beautiful place the world is. Really realize how insignificant you are. Life couldn't get any better.
The Weather Channel is brought to you by this cable or satellite provider. You can also get reliable forecasts from the Weather Channel through this radio station or newspaper.
Through the storm and beyond, the Weather Channel, the Winter Weather Authority. Now you're local on the 8s.
A wind chill advisory is in effect for our area. Currently, the temperature is 3 degrees under sunny skies. Our local Doppler radar. Today, more clouds than sun, very cold, high 12, winds north-northwest at 15 to 25 miles per hour. For tonight, cloudy intervals near record low temperatures, low -2, winds north-northwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. On Thursday, intervals of clouds and sunshine, cold, high 22, winds light and variable. And Thursday night, mainly clear skies, very cold, low 3, winds light and variable. Our week ahead.